Who's his name?
Ramiro Moreno.
Everybody knows fucking Raymond.
Are we live? Everybody loves Raymond. Brother.
We
Yeah, we live. We live.
We good on both ends, are?
I'm both ends.
Okay, calm. You want me to open up the crowd?
Yeah.
You want me to open up?
Yeah, you can open up.
Alright, calm. Alright, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto you. Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you brothers out there. And we're basically going to do a response, all right, to one of these comments that the elder Malcolm got on one of his videos. Do you know what the video was entitled?
The video is entitled.
Was it Americans against or America against Americans?
Yeah.
It says America is destroying America.
Okay, so the video is entitled "Americans" or "America is Destroying Americans." All right, and this is on this channel GMS Maccabean Spirit. Okay, and so you got he gets a bunch of bugged out comments, right? And you got this guy, what's his name?
Ramiro Moreno.
Romano. Okay. Everybody loves Raymond. All right. He talking a little bit of shit. You know how it goes. And pretty much, I'm just going to read it. It says here, are you saying Job was alive after Rome fell and Christ walked the earth? And then the elder Malcolm posted, Job prophesied the wicked rule the earth. It's like Job prophesied that the wicked would rule the earth before they actually ruled the earth. Listen, how can you come to that conclusion in your question is mind-boggling.
And what back up Elder Malcolm, it tells you that Proverbs 16:4, he created the wicked for the day evil, man.
Yep. Yes, sir. And it says, what did he say? Job 30 is not prophesying, though he's being literal. How would he prophesy them spitting in his face when he became great again? Or what verse are you talking about? And then Elder Malcolm was kind of confused, and he said, what are you talking about? That's not Job's only prophecy. You're not ready to take notes. Stop talking. Which, see, a lot of you guys, you need to shut your mouths. Let the men of the Lord speak.
Right.
Okay? The scriptures talk about not being hasty. But see, that's the problem with our people. They always have a rebuttal. They always want to talk,
Yeah.
They have a hard time listening.
Yeah, when it come down their own, but they ain't gonna say shit with Esau ass, man. They don't be on their best behavior, keep their fucking mouth shut when Esau talking.
Yep, and if they do, they raise their hand to Esau.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not going to get into...
Master.
Right.
Right. I'm not going to get into any of these other comments, but from what I was getting, this guy doesn't believe in reincarnation, all right? It is pretty evident. And look, it's all throughout the Bible that, reincarnation, it exists, all right?
Existed.
And exists.
Right.
Okay? And we went through this topic in class. All right, and if a brother has a precept, actually, what did you bring out first? What was that first precept?
It was Jude 1.
Yeah, get Jude and get that First Peter that you brought out.
Oh, okay.
I think it was First Peter. Second Peter.
Yeah.
And then whatever you brothers got, but I want these two first.
This Jude chapter 1 verse 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this.
So how you gonna remember something you ain't never been around?
Right.
Exactly.
It says how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. So yeah, man. Hey, at one point in time, you knew the scriptures. Even if it's your first time, supposedly in this lifetime, you picked up the Bible or whatever. You knew this before.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what does education mean? To draw out. Draw out what was already in you. Anyway.
Where does deja vu come from?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Exactly. You got that Peter, or you got something else?
I got something else and the Peter.
Yeah, Bible for sure.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 27, verse 9. The birds will resort unto their like, so will truth return unto them that practice in her. So this truth is always going to return to the prophets. Because it tells you in Corinthians that can you grab that? The
Spirit. 1 Corinthians 14.
Yeah, the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. Because hey, we're back in our lot. You know what I'm saying? This truth is returning on to us. You
Hey,
see?
well, that's what he told Daniel. He said, "You won't stand in your
Lot.
lot."
In the
In
last days.
days,
And we are in the last days now. And what are we doing? Prophesying as before.
Yep.
You see, but this is
Second
Second Peter chapter 3, verse 1. This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds
Yep.
by way of remembrance.
Exactly.
Remembrance. Key word.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so you knew these things at one point, you know, all right? At one point, you knew these things. Maybe not in that particular lifetime, but what about your past lives? Okay? You see? You know? And, you know, we're going to get into other scriptures because, look, in the book, what was it, the book of Matthew we brought out, 17?
Yep.
Hey, the Lord said that that John the Baptist was Elijah, the prophet.
Then he also
Okay.
said something about you going how it go, which we know our bills had to be
Malachi.
John.
John the
John
Baptist.
again.
Yeah, John, because he said something. I forget
Is
how.
it the Malachi?
I got it.
Yeah.
It's the book of Malachi, chapter 4,
Yeah.
verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord Yahweh.
So who does truth start off with? John the Baptist, man. So he had to be Elijah coming back, man.
Yahweh Shai even said that when he broke that down to the disciples.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, that when he broke that down, he explained it then, and then it said that he would have to do it again in the latter days.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So even though that was the beginning of the latter days, he still had to do it again because we had to fall away totally from our heritage and the remembrance of who we were, and that didn't happen until we got here.
Can you get Revelation? What is that? The 11th chapter, the 10th verse.
Yeah,
It
then
says we're going to prophesy again.
yeah, that's it, brother.
Well, for he was talking to John the Revelator. All right, that you're going to prophesy again. All right.
From the other side of the world.
You know, keep Bible because I don't want to butcher it. Can you get it?
Yeah, read it.
It's Revelation 10 and 11.
10 and 11. It's a lot.
And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again
Mhm.
before many people.
So he's gonna come back in the regeneration, reincarnation, and do it all over again.
Yep.
Which he did.
You got to remember, John the Baptist was already an elderly man. He was what, like 80s or something, 90s?
90s.
You know?
On the salt mines.
Yeah.
All right. So he was at the end of his life. So what happened?
No, because that's John the Revelator.
Yeah,
And
John the Revelator.
Yeah.
Did I say John the Baptist?
Yeah.
So Salaki, I meant
No,
John.
slip of speech. That's all.
You know, I'm Salaki, I meant John the Revelator. But he was, you know, about 9 years old, roughly, more or less. Okay.
And that's why you young guys can need to pay attention. Just because a brother's slip of the speech, you can correct him, man.
Con.
You catch it.
Yeah.
Babu Kusha, because shit, we all mess up. But point being though is John the Baptist, John the Revelator, he was that old, man. So he was at the end of his life, and it said what, that he's gonna prophesy again.
It's Revelation 10 and 11. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples
For many peoples,
and nations and tongues and kings.
tongues, and kings. All right, you see. Look, going back to what did the brother bring out that Daniel?
No.
Can the brother get that real quick?
Daniel
Daniel
12 and 13.
Yes.
How-
I got it.
And like Pop said, he's doing it right now.
Right.
He's one of these men. He's
That's exactly. And John the Revelator would have the absolute truth.
Of course.
Again.
Oh yeah.
No doubt about it.
Okay, so he wouldn't be mincing on the name.
Right.
What the Mark Anthony is, or any of these things. He wouldn't be trying to sugarcoat it. He wouldn't be trying to go around it. He wouldn't be trimming his lamp for love in the process of. He wouldn't be doing none of those things. Okay.
It's Daniel chapter 12, verse 13. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of days.
So rest is death, but he was standing his lot in the end of days.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got some.
Even if I'll say this, even if you don't believe that that resting is talking about death, The end of days is talking about now.
Yeah, the end of days is absolutely talking
And
about
then
it. It started with Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, and then even if you said, because you mentioned it, right, with Yahweh Shai, the gap period between Daniel and Yahweh Shai was hundreds of years, man.
Yeah.
What, Daniel's just going to just, live to what, 600 years old?
Right.
700, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you think,
Come on, man.
You think about Daniel, then you got the Apocrypha, then you got Yahweh Shai. We know that between the Old Testament and New Testament, that's over 400 years right there.
Yeah. I got something. He said he's going to stand in his lot.
Right.
At the end of the days, this is Isaiah 34:17. He had cast the lot for them, and his hand had divided it unto them by line. They shall possess it forever, from generation to generation shall they dwell therein. So you're going to come back in your same lot, from your past life, man. Unite all. I say in the class, like, you have a big parking lot, a particular spot is reserved for that particular person. Yeah. All right, and that's the man Lord. And you read it. Said they should return to that practice. The prophet is subject to the prophets, man. So you're gonna come back doing the same thing you did in your past life, man. If you were serving the Lord in your past life, you're gonna come back doing it all over again.
Got a scripture for you to back on what you just said. Read that.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14 and verse 11. For the world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10 parts of it are gone already.
So that was being done even back then, and we in the Apocrypha. So Yahweh Shai hadn't even showed up, and it was already into the 10th part.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead, read.
And half of a 10th part, and there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th part.
Okay, so how much further along are we now then? Okay, with Yahweh, like I said, that's why, y'all been saying that forever, man, blah, blah, blah. We went into the end of days in Yahweh Shai's time.
Yeah, tell you that in Hebrew.
Exactly.
It's talking about the day. That was back with Yahweh Shai. So we've been in the last days.
And you got to remember, the heavenly time frame is different from mortal time frames, okay?
1,000 years is a day, there's 1,000 years.
All right, so you got to think about that. Look, when Yahweh Shai died, that was only 2 days ago.
To him?
To him.
Well,
all right, to the heavenly time frame. So that's not a long time ago.
And he's still pissed, according to Revelation.
Yes, sir.
So like I said, our time don't operate like the Lord's time.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, Peter said 1,000 years is a day to the Lord.
You got that?
Hey,
Yeah, don't worry about it. He quoted it. Go ahead.
You guys?
I was gonna say, if you got some more, you sit down to the 35th verse and then.
Right.
Okay.
Where we was at.
Can a brother get real quick? Is the other crowd quoted about what was it, that 1 Corinthians 14? Can you get it real quick about Bashar?
This 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
So that's straight to the point. All right. If you've been a man of the Lord from the get-go, all right, from the beginning of time, you're going to be a man of the Lord, from generation to generation. Okay, simple as that. You're not going to turn into. You're not going to go from a prophet to go to a chef. You're not going to. You know what I'm saying? Go from a chef, all right, to go to a baseball player. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're going to stay in the line of a prophet. And we read that in class, man, with that Revelation 22. Hey, look.
You get the Revelation 14:32.
And let me read this real quick, because 1,000 years is not that Peter's, but here's another one. This is Psalms 90 and 4. For 1,000 years is, but 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday. When it is past, it's like my eyes. Okay,
It also says that 1,000 years are as a drop, man.
Right.
Into eternity.
This is Psalms 90 and 4. For 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday when it is past, and as a watch in the night.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, so this time frame that you all are stuck in and can't grab and can't comprehend and can't wrap your mind around, as the apostles like to say, if you can't get it, we moving on.
Yep.
Okay, because like I said, we so far down the road right now with everything that this is actually elementary for brothers that's been around for a while, and then for the ones that are in the truth and absorbing it, they can see it. So it's not meant for everybody. So we're not gonna waste a whole lot of time trying to beat you over there. We did the begging and pleading 10 years ago.
Yep.
That's what the brother mentioned before you came here about the whole was it 2-3 admonitions?
Yeah.
Because like you probably one of the people that's just not gonna get it.
Yeah, well, or you could be one of those ones that said, "Let His blood be on us."
Yeah, because that's all goes part of growing, man.
Yeah.
You get to the point you understand the will. You really understand the will of the Lord. The will of the Lord is He don't want the majority of our people to get it no way.
In which even it's spiritual. You said that because it's a judgment that happens. Which even though Jake understood reincarnation more so back in the ancient world, they didn't think that they were going to pay for anything after that happened.
Man, I was thinking that, man, because that's the part of the reason why they say, "Oh, ain't no such thing as reincarnation." It's the run from judgment.
Yeah.
But wasn't that a battle stick between the Pharisees and the Sadducees? Some believed in reincarnation and some didn't, right?
They didn't believe in the angels. They didn't believe in the resurrection. Go ahead, read that scripture.
Yeah,
I'm a precept.
Yeah, man, because it's like, oh man, I got away with it. I died. I ain't coming back down here. That's their mindset.
I got away with it.
Yeah.
The Lord to find out they gotta come back and deal. Go ahead, whatever y'all got.
Second Ezra chapter 14, verse 35. For after death shall the judgment come. When
How does judgment come if you don't come back, man?
Damn judgment.
That's it. You got to come down here. Well, what did David says? If I go up into heaven, you're there. If I go down in hell, you're there. So wherever you don't understand that judgment and hell are conditions that are served here on the fucking planet.
That's it, bro.
We in our hell right now. Esau, the elites, the 1%ers, the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, the Bilderbergs, the Gettys, and the DuPonts, they in their heaven right now.
It ain't something.
They are above the law. You see them little movies and whatnot where they get this aristocratic motherfucker and he says, "Do you know who my dad is?" You know what I'm saying? I'm above the law. Go
We
ahead.
were talking about it when we went to the store.
Yeah.
How they got Jake and the majority of people in general crammed up, right?
Right.
And then remember I mentioned how you look at these movies, right? All of a sudden you'll see this big estate in England, and you have this huge mansion, and then not even just the mansion size, the land is just endless, endless.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I was telling you, like, well, why can't we have something like that?
We weren't promised the fatness of the land.
We understand all this,
Right.
but I was just making a point to the other.
Right, you're right.
I said we were just about this time.
Yeah, this time around, it's not for us this time around.
But point being though, it's like because the earth is so big, it's like, well, why can't we have our own portion? Why can't we all, as men have a little bit of land? Even if I don't have as much as they, why can't I? Can I have it? We understand that this is our punishment, but I was just trying to make a point. We were just talking, like I said, Della and I were just talking. The point being though, is you just see how they live. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, then he be like, he'll tell you complain, he'll tell you, he'll get mad at you, like, damn, so you ain't pacified by these little crumbs.
You got a 2-bedroom.
Right, you got a 2-bedroom apartment, and you can hear this fucking faggot having sex with his woman.
No.
No, he ain't having sex with a woman. He's having sex with the dude. Maybe his dog.
When he said woman, and he said fag, I thought the peg thing.
Oh boy.
That too. Yeah, that too, man. Cause they do it. Esau, yeah. Weird ass.
You said Esau is strange. Esau is extremely strange. He'll let his woman get piped by somebody 3 times bigger than him.
He'll stand in the corner
And
all
watch it, and then you want to know why she don't moan when you doing it, huh?
Right. And then dude gets off on the woman that's selling him and shit, man.
Yeah,
To tell him he's pathetic, why she fucking him in the butt, man.
Oh.
That's how fuck. Hey, but the scripture tell you his spirit is now right in him, man.
Exactly. That's enough about Esau. He's perverted and twisted and goes clean contrary to everything that's decent and good according to the scripture.
Exactly.
It's like this is your king, though.
Yeah.
This is your king.
This is your king. Hey, this is that same king, man. This. Oh man, I didn't have people in slavery with like. Hey, even Elder Wright said, and it's true according to the scriptures.
But this guy on the comment board sound like he's trying to deal with it from the Christian point of view
Oh yeah.
of the scripture.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So how is it that you got so much doctrine that can't be explained in the Christian church? But this is the doctrine that you bring to the prophets, and every jot and tittle, or I that needs to be dotted and T that needs to be crossed, can get crossed over here. But we don't know what we're talking about. All the time.
So they just proving reincarnation in general, man. Day and day lot in the end of days.
Exactly.
Dummy.
Reread that scripture.
Yeah,
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
We shall live again. Key words. Live again. All right?
Judgment come and live again. So you get judged and you got to come and live and deal.
Exactly. You so-called die. All that happens is your spirit. I think that's in Ecclesiastes, right? It goes.
The judgment seat.
It goes up. Get it, Bob.
Hey, bro. No, you talking about this guy, Ray Morant.
Everybody loves Ray.
It's funny, bro. This nigga's a complete moron on the show. Then even his wife be like, idiot. Like this guy. Go ahead, bro.
He never idiot.
I mean, this nigga ain't got no show. At least everybody who loves Raymond has a show. This nigga ain't got no content on this video.
What do you call it? 15 minutes.
I was about that, bro. I was
15 minutes of fame.
This is show right here. 15 minutes of fame, bro.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3. I'm starting at 15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. It says, and Yahweh requires that which is past.
Yeah, we mentioned that in the class. The Lord required that which is past.
Yes.
So if you don't get judged, all right, in that specific life, you still have to pay.
Yeah.
You still have a judgment coming to you.
That's it.
Okay?
And the Lord's not no respected person. He did it with his own son, Yahweh Shai. He had to pay for the sins of Adam and Solomon, man.
As well as the Lord sending forth certain men for a purpose, man. Because that's another reason why that scripture is coming into play. Because what do you have? You had the Elijah that had to come forth. You had the Yahweh Shai that had to come forth, and diverse prophets. And it's the reason why we're here. You know, Lord willing, we those men that are here and exempt from those types of judgments. We had to come here from the past to be able to do certain things. The Lord requires that which is past. All right. We even going into general fucking goddamn it patent that they came back so that he can get judged.
I got a scripture for you.
know?
I got a scripture for you. Read that.
There's Job 4:7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent.
So whoever perished being innocent. So what did the scripture says? You know, the two that fought in the womb, it was for the Lord. He set that up that way because neither one of them had sinned at that point in time. But the balance is whoever died, what?
It says
whoever
perished being innocent.
Yeah, so there's no such thing as innocence.
Yes,
okay, so you get a baby and want to know what you get a baby and you want to know she was only 6 months old. What happened? But hey, she was in the back. She was in the back of the car, and the car seat didn't hold her. The car seat didn't hold her. Everybody want to know what happened.
Yeah, you get these dummies on the news talking about, you just had some baby. Well, that was the judgment passed forth from the Lord, whatever they did in their past life. The Lord, hey, when they went up in the spiritual world, the Lord, like, you know, he's gonna come back this year old, so this is gonna happen to you for what you, that fuck shit you did in your past lifetime.
Yeah.
Smoke your ass.
I got a precept. This is Luke chapter 16. Starting verse 19. It says, there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen. Fared sumptuous.
And that rich man is talking about Esau. All right.
That's Lazarus. Parable.
The parable of that, yeah.
And fared
And,
sumptuous.
and he's clothed with fine linen. The
The
other
fatness of the
pops,
land.
yep, the other pops just mentioned it. He's got the fatness of the earth,
Yep.
the dew of heaven,
Right.
meaning he has the best of the best.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is happening.
More than his eyes, more than his eyes can even be satisfied with. And this, then, like you said, palatial mansions, but he got them all over the world.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? He's got staffs in places that he don't even get a chance to touch down. Maybe a particular year.
He's not in trouble as other men.
Oh,
He's not in
yeah.
trouble with other men, exactly.
And it
But
goes
he's got a
back-
whole crew
Yeah.
keeping it all neat and manicured and whatnot.
Yeah.
When he radios or calls and let them know that he's on his way in, they go to the store and get it all stocked up with the shit they like and all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
All this shit.
Yeah, so and that proves, like you said, hell's condition playing on earth. Because you read that story, you know, it pretty much reverses. Because our heaven is gonna be his hell.
Absolutely, that is.
And it says, and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus.
He said what? Read that part again.
Yeah.
He did what?
Bible shit. Let me.
No, I don't want to.
Shit, this is Luke 16 and 19. It says, there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day.
Exactly. You know, especially the elites, they get to really enjoy the earth, man.
Scrumptious dining,
Yep.
no GMO food,
Fresh
on
air.
no level. Fresh air, yeah. You don't fly over they places of residency.
Switzerland is not getting fucked up.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Right.
Definitely not.
Right.
All right.
You know, their water is brought in.
No, it's on their land.
Yeah, well that too.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, but
Bottled
they know where. Look, they've got springs of water that we're not even have access to. There's bottom that we don't even have access to. That's what I'm saying. They, you know, like I said, you know, they've got water that comes through mountain rivers and this, that, and the other. It ain't untouched. This, that, and the other. All the natural filtering and everything that has got to go through rocks and all this other kind of shit is that. And all those things, they have the best of.
Yeah, that's why you think they live this fucking long, man. The motherfuckers in their 90s and shit, man.
Yeah, and then if they body even decide to fail them,
Yeah.
they just so happen to be able to match 7 different motherfuckers in their lifetime to keep getting heart transplants.
Oh yeah.
Through.
And it says, in verse 20, it says, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores.
And then Lazarus is the Hebrew for what is well, that's Greek, but it's Eleazar, all right, in the Hebrew. Yep. So the Lord is gonna help, and that's just a metaphor for Israel, okay? That's whom Lazarus is basically represents. All right, and the Lord's gonna help His people. All right, and we have
The elect
swords.
of his people this time.
And this is how you know that this is talking about Israel, because what does it say in Isaiah, the 1st chapter? It talks about those putrefying sores,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover,
Like you
which
said,
shit,
yeah.
and which we talk about shit, which is funny. I was talking to some fucking this bitch called herself a he-they, but
Man, I experienced that shit too, bro. I was asking, there's some chicks, I emailed her about giving me a schedule. She's like, sure, no problem. Then why she have her name and then she her win? Like why she her win? Like why you have to type that, bro?
She her.
Oh, right. Stop dealing with them.
That doesn't make sense. Hey man, the easiest way I even like to get over.
She her win.
That's not like an Asian.
She her win.
She her win.
In my mind,
Mandarin, son.
in my mind, like why the hell you have to even fucking add that in there, man?
And this shit's so fucking like you can't even call it retarded because like what retarded means slow of mind. Like that shit's
That bitch is retarded.
that ain't slow of mind, but somebody who's slow of mind will eventually get it.
What Mighty Person said to me before, man, who was in this room, he said, stupid is what stupid does.
Oh, Pops.
Oh, you heard him.
It's silly. But the easiest way to not, because like shit, they would call it sexual harassment if you fucking misgendered a person. You just call them by their fucking name, man. Like they might get irritated and they know what you're doing, but technically you're not going out, but you can still keep your job.
Right.
Because I don't respect that shit. That shit is fucking weird as hell. And I'm not gonna remember that shit because I'm gonna look at you're a fucking bitch and you're a fucking dude. Like that shit's weird as hell. But nah, even with that, going back to the story, you know, she's like, oh yeah, they give us crowns, and it's like, yeah, and that's exactly what goes on. You know, what goes on in the scripture is that Esau gives us tidbits, and Jacob desire even at least things, man. Just like a better crib, like we was just saying, like a little piece of land. Don't even need 40 acres, man. But it would be better than fucking 3,500 square fucking feet that you're paying rent on, man. Like the shit that's just unrighteous. Like you just begging for just a little bit, just a little piece of something you can even pass down. And that's the reason why Esau does the shit. He don't want you to pass down shit so much that he wants to give. Well, you'll never be able to give sentience to AI, but if he could, he would. He wants you to own nothing and be happy, as the World Economic Forum said, man.
We got scripture to back up what you just said.
It's, Isaiah 5:8. It says, woe unto them that join house to house.
And that war means destruction. So that alone, this house to house bullshit, Lord got judgment waiting for you devils, man.
Hey, but you got people who like it. Remember Elder Crowd?
Yeah.
You had people
especially nigga woman.
They were thumbing down our videos. We did a specific video on this.
Yeah.
They were thumbing down our videos, and they were leaving hateful comments. But how come they don't get a strike for cyberbullying?
Exactly.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm giving my opinion, and you're bullying me.
Right.
How come you're not getting a strike?
Yeah, this is all bullshit Esau, man. Like I said, especially nigga woman. Nigga, you said it, not because nigga woman like to be around drama anyway. So
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
No problem.
Absolutely.
That's why they like drama shows.
Yeah, they toxic.
Talk to your woman about the housewives of Atlanta or fucking.
Yeah, why?
LA.
Scandal.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to her about the little people of whatever. And these are shows. Look it up.
Absolutely.
All right.
And after that, you gonna hear.
And they got hella fucking ratings and hella motherfucking people watching this shit. So
Yes.
yeah.
Hella seasons.
Hella seasons.
With hella locations.
Hey, but so like you said, talk to her. No, ain't gonna be no talk. You won't get her to shut the fuck up. You ain't gonna never get a word in edgewise. She gonna tell you everything about that goddamn.
And then show you how much they like it. You know, I be watching news stuff. You got a nigga woman meteorologist. Like, you know how much money they make some good money, right?
Yep.
Why the hell she in an apartment hearing her neighbor? She talking about this shit on news and with a big ass smile on her face. Cause show they love this stupid setup, man. This bullshit ass setup, man.
Shit fucking yes, just to be fucking nosy, just to be into some shit.
To be nosy, they nosy and they feel protected. That way, if they know that somebody is close enough that if they yell, there's a phone. No, and I don't mean yell in terms of pleasure. I'm talking about if she getting her ass handed to her, somebody will call the law if she can't even call.
Yeah.
That's why they like I said, but that's what we're talking about. When 911 becomes the obsolete motherfucking phone dial that you dial and it go we this number now is not in service.
Yeah.
They go be fucked up.
Shit, they're gonna call 911. The boys are gonna come.
No, bro, they're gonna be delayed. You know who's gonna come?
No, bro,
It's
they're gonna get there. And
Get there and then hallucinate they pants.
see what I'm saying? Oh, they're gonna get there.
Let me let him finish the scripture now. Back up with the said. Go ahead.
Isaiah 5:8. Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth.
So field to field, house to house. And now they said there's no land, but now Bill Gates now is buying up all this land.
Man,
Yeah.
too much.
What? So he can make more GMO food?
That's
Right.
it. It's clean, like, man. Traveling,
When you travel, when you fly over, yeah, you realize how much land,
yeah.
open land there is.
Yeah. I was saying, like, when we go Iowa periodically, just from here to Iowa, so much fucking uninhabited land, bro.
Once you get an hour and a half out of Chicago,
Yeah.
right? You start hitting areas. I don't know if you brothers know it, like Morris,
Kankakee.
all right, Seneca, Marcel's, areas like that. There's so much land, it's unreal. But they're gonna tell you that no. There's not enough land. We need the population is too big. No, fuck you, Esau.
Can I get this? This is from Esau right here. It says Quora uses answer to the world population of 7 billion people at this time, this 2017, can fit in the state of Texas with 2.3 acres per person.
You gotta think about it. 2.3 acres. That's a good chunk of land. All right, that's you having a nice.
That's a big yard. That's a big yard on a house like this.
You got a nice 2-story house, a big 2-story house, mind you.
Yeah.
And then you got enough land to have a few crops and your livestock. Easily.
1 acre is 43,560 square feet.
God damn.
So
That's what.
Yeah.
my apartment's like 1,000 square feet. You know what I'm saying? So this 43. That's only 1 acre.
Well, and then that's one area because this brother was constantly sending me different areas.
I always ear hustling if you didn't know. And how many acres is what? How many feet in 1 acre?
It says 43,560 square feet
In 1 acre, right?
in 1 acre.
If you do the math, somebody would convert this if they want to, but you have to go ahead and do some research on it. And the research would be Google and ask Esau, what's the total circumference of and don't do it now. Just for the record, just showing you. I've done this before. What's the surface area of all landmass outside of water on the earth? Then take that and ask out of that total number, how many acreage is out of that? You'll find that for every person, man and woman, there's about 3 to 4 acres of land
Per person.
for 8 billion people. Now, if we get married, which means
That's
one,
right.
it will be
That's
more
8.
acreage for some.
Mm-hmm.
But just on average, is at least 2 to 3 or 3 to 4, something around there, acres for every individual on the planet. If you go 8 billion by the land, Esau would tell you, ain't enough land to go around. We need to get rid of all you motherfuckers. We only need 500 million motherfuckers on the planet. But it's enough for 8 billion motherfuckers on this planet. Plus some.
And then this guy's gonna tell you that that statement, right? You haven't even fully explored the Amazon. Fuck you, man.
Come on, bro.
Fuck you. You don't even know how much land there is in the fucking earth.
That's
Fuck
right.
you.
Hey, this nigga has not went 30,000 leagues under the motherfucking sea. Because he can't go so far down because the shit will fucking crush. But he gonna tell you what he want to say.
Yeah, he's just a damn devil, man. I had this is what the Lord said. This Genesis 1. I always remember this scripture. This Genesis 1:27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of the Most High created he them. Male and female created he them. And the Most High blessed them, and the Most High said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. So the Lord's about a lot of people being on earth, man.
Yeah.
No. But here's the thing, like you said, he's about a lot of people being on earth. But since he just said also, wanted them to build house to house, he would give you enough land that y'all actually could be able to settle in and not be on top of each other in that manner.
That's the whole point, bro. Because this dude was he's just a damn devil. He's wicked as all hell. That's what, bro.
Hey, I got something to read on this. Since you brought that out about the acres, check this out. It says city blocks differ in size, but the typical square city block reaches 16 or 17 per mile, or 2.21 to 2.50 acres. Engineers use a typical city block as 100,000 square feet. 100,000 square feet. For calculation estimates, which is about 17 blocks per mile, or 2.25 acres. So basically, 2.25 acres of land, which he said a person can live. That's 17 blocks per person.
That's like you going from.
That's crazy.
You gotta think about it. That's like you going to Halsted to Western, all right, or from Cottage Grove to Halsted, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let me give you what it is in real time. If anybody is familiar with the corner 87th and Jeffrey, that park right there. If you go around it one whole time and then go down 2 more blocks, that's a whole thing. There it is. That's 8 blocks when you do it like that.
Hey, but that's really mild because that's something that is recorded. But those aren't the only places that Esau has done this at, and it's not the only time he's done this. And he has to pay for these things, man. Yeah. All right. And that's what the scripture is getting into is that okay, you didn't want to listen to Jake when they were in these different types of calamities. You just could have gave him just a little bit, all right, and you had enough. You had
more than enough.
You had the fatness of there. You could give him a little bit. Like, and then it even talks about what the judge would do. You were better in your past lives than you have been in these last few centuries, man.
Damn devil. Hey, he said he's gonna pay for it. That scripture you read, I say it warrants him. Woe means structure.
Exactly.
So he's gonna pay, just for that alone, man.
Can you get that in Sirach 16? But this is Luke chapter 16:22. It says, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. That goes back into you shall sleep with your fathers. You're gonna sleep. You're gonna rest. You're gonna come back. And in hell, he lifted up his eyes and being in torments. That's not talking about him burning in hell. It does not make sense. Because if that's the case, it talks about in the same passage that Abraham was there. Why wasn't Abraham burning? It says, and seeth Abraham far off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, and what it means by them being afar off, it was saying that they were not in the same type of position. They were in 2 different statuses. That's the understanding of that. Is that Abraham was Israelite, and then Lazarus was an Israelite, and they came back ruling. And it says, and he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip.
So this comes from God who's never shown no goddamn mercy.
Yep. But hey, not so soon as his feet get in the fire, can you cut me some slack?
Yeah. That's it, bro.
And that's how Esau is, because it's Absolutely. Like he always plays victim. It's like, oh, this is too harsh, like a fucking female, man.
Hey, that what Cain said? The punishment that you bestow upon me is too tough.
It's too great. Like you murder somebody, dude.
Too tough. Well, motherfucker, you did a crime. You gotta do the time, nigga.
You killed your brother, and now you want to say what?
And it was premeditated because he said, once my father passes, then I'm gonna.
Yeah. And then he saw he premeditated.
Yeah.
With true, they came to
I mean,
back.
Right.
That's the same person, but yeah. Those 2 different stories. That's Cain and that's Esau, but it's the same spirit.
It's the same spirit.
For the edification of the camera.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah. See, sorry. Sometimes what we take for granted. And I won't say we take the knowledge for granted, but we talk among ourselves because this is just knowledge that floats through us, through the spirit and the teachings that we've been taught. So don't hate. Go ahead.
Participate.
Yeah, verse 24 it says, he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I'm tormented in his flame. That goes back to the same thing, because they're gonna be catching twice as much hell as they put on us. But the crumbs that they would not give us, he couldn't even give us the tidbits, but he's asking for mercy. You didn't give us no mercy, but you want mercy.
You know, it's funny, and it's funny you say it that way because of the fact that years ago, I could have been in the truth more than a couple of years, and you used to be able to Google this and it would come up. The wealth of the Rothschild, and it would show up at $700 trillion. Okay.
Yeah.
$700 trillion. So that was enough money that all the world debts could have been squared, all the governments could have been squared and paid off.
Oh yeah.
Okay. They could have basically financially reset the whole system and still been the top dogs on the planet. Okay, but they didn't want to do that. Why? Because they want the God complex, so they need to be able to make their Revelation 13 to 16, which is a prophecy, so it's gonna have to happen anyway, come to pass. So no, they didn't want it wasn't in their spirit to even reset. They like people under their thumb.
Yeah, that's the devil for you. He gets off of other people's suffering.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, they sleep not except they have done some wicked.
Yep, they can't even sleep if they don't have it. Go ahead.
What Pops was saying about Rothschild fortune, it says it right here. The net worth, it goes up to 700 trillion. When you click on the link, it says this site can't be reached. It's gone now. Yeah. The truth is already done.
What are you doing? You can't be on the internet.
And that was over 10 years ago.
Hey, but it's verses Luke 16:25. It says, but Abraham said, Son,
This site can't be reached.
remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus thy evil things, which goes into that because when it comes out to even certain facts, it can even just make Jake feel like we ain't got shit, but just understanding what is actually true, what our heritage is. This man, he will send censors so that it doesn't come out. It's ass shaking videos. There's people getting their brains blown out on these social media sites and YouTube and shit. But let alone the truth it's being censored.
Right.
It's so much other wickedness going on. It's right in your face. But us coming out and saying who we are, all right, that we ruled in Europe and originally ruled in Israel, that we were kings and shit, all right? Those things are being censored and taken off the internet.
Yeah, that's racist. But you got videos up ever since YouTube first was created. For Tom and Jerry, the damn Aunt Your Mama, Nigga Woman, all this other shit.
Yeah.
The damn, all that, man, that's racist shit about you, Jake. That's still up on the internet.
Or even another thing, remember this? They had it in the news. They actually, and that was a fumble too. They actually put it in the news. What was it? It had to be in 2020. And they said, what, Yahweh Shai was coming back, and they said that was anti-Semitic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, well, like I said, these people are oxymorons and whatnot. You just had the whole so-called debacle of a Super Bowl, and they was upset because of the so-called Black National Anthem. And I spoke to somebody about that. They were like, a Black National Anthem? I said, if they're evil, I remember that as a kid, they teaching us that and the whole deal. But I'm like, well, sing the whole national anthem. Sing that third verse.
Oh yeah, it was racist.
Okay, this that it speaks upon slaves and the whole deal. Think I'm lying? Go look up, go on YouTube and pull up 1814 verse of the national anthem, and wait till they got a guy singing it with some females on the side and this, that, and another bunch of guys, and there's one guy doing the lead. Wait till he get to the third verse. He goes in there and tell you about slaves and this, that, and other, not finding any kind of comfort. So y'all got it fucked up. So
that was his favorite verse.
Hey man, now you sloppy.
Go ahead.
Now you fucking man, you devils, we can't do to you what we want to do to you, man. You want to have the nerve to say that everybody fucking hates you, especially you fucking
Look
little
what you've
hats.
done. You
Like,
earned that. You
Look
earned
at
that.
and it's
You
funny
earned that,
because it's shit. Damn, actually, I had said something online because this one bitch was like, imagine she was fucking in the army. You know the little fucking fine bitches they got in their little army. She was like, imagine you hated me for fighting for my country and me not even knowing who the fuck you are. And everybody's in the comments tearing this bitch apart. And I had posted something. I was like, because I replied to this guy. He wasn't like he's obviously not with the shit. And he's like, where were you before 1948? And I must have replied. I said that they were under Ottoman rule somewhere in Eastern Europe, and everybody understood that because they understand that these people are not the real people, man.
Yeah. This dude, like you said, he won't play victim. You know, all the shit he's done, he won't play fucking victim. Like, there's no reason why we should hate you fucking devils, man.
Like, look at what you fucking done and you're doing. This is who you are. The only thing is that, hey, that bell's been unraveled. You know, maybe everybody's not trying to, like, they don't want to hop on the back and say they don't want to hop on the bandwagon and say that we are who we say we are, even though they know who we are, but they realize that you the fucking devil, man. Except that man of sin be revealed.
What was that popular?
No, I'm just listening for everything that everybody's saying. And like I said, I mean, why is this guy coming up against a man of the Lord, questioning when he don't even know the scripture? He don't even know the scriptures.
Somebody got to get to
Yeah, well, I understand that part about somebody got to be a 2/3. And see, the 2/3 are going to be that, and they're going to do these damnable heresies, okay, and push this stuff. But guess what? They were damnable back then. They damnable now, and you coming up against the men of the Lord. What's the scripture say? They know not that they do evil.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I was actually holding that Ecclesiastes. Yeah, there's Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil.
Right, you don't even know the scriptures, nigga. Like, you don't even know the scriptures. You obviously don't have that content on your YouTube page, and you probably are just some setup agent. Reason why you don't, because it's funny. There's so many pages of people who don't have no type of anything. Like, yet you can profess that somebody else is actually bringing out scriptures. It's actually breaking down lessons. You ain't even like. I could have seen if you would have even posted up some fucking stupid ass Christianity videos, but you niggas don't even do that. That's why the guys that make little accounts like this and they come up, look at this. It's nothing.
One subscriber, exactly.
And it's probably him from another account.
Hey, this what it says. Hey, y'all put that on screen. This channel doesn't have any content
at all. It's always that way. All the scoffers scoring. I be clicking on their damn channel. It looks
I do. They say something. I want to see it. And like I said, that's perfect. That's what I'm saying. Y'all come up. Y'all got one subscriber. Okay. You don't know how long it's been. You've had this channel. Okay. You ain't got shit up there to subscribe to. You got no knowledge that I can pull from and check. We can't even have an intelligent dialogue about scriptures. But then you want to know why the scripture tell us that we're going to come at you with a marking tongue. Somebody give me Isaiah 28 chapter.
Fucking Ray Romano.
Yeah.
I got you.
Go ahead, read.
This is Isaiah 28. And
lips.
Yeah, read. No. Go precept. Go precept on precept.
This is Isaiah 28 and verse 10. It says, "For precept must be taught upon
No, go up 1 more.
Go 9.
This Isaiah 28 and verse 9, it says, "Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?"
So if you don't understand this, like Elder Malcolm has said, get a notepad and listen. Just shut the fuck up. You're embarrassing yourself. If this was a knife,
I done gave you you pick up you. It says the bone and marrow cut asunder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you picking up this scripture, trying to pick this book up, is like picking up a double-edged motherfucking sword that both edges are sharp as razor blades. And now you want to try to stand up there like you Bozo Circus on the Bozo Circus show and see if you can juggle this motherfucker. You can't juggle this. All you do is cut yourself. Because every scripture you think that you can use that to prove your point, we gonna go into the same fucking words you read and show you don't even know what the fuck you talking about, even with what you read. Okay? So go ahead. Whatever y'all got scripture wise, then I'll finish that. Read that.
This Isaiah 28:9 says, "Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast."
You think to just figure out that you're a fucking Israelite if that's your real name, and it's on your daddy's side, because it's on your mama's side, and your mama decided that she wanted to fuck a white boy. And guess what? You ain't even got that. He left your ass, so you a two-time loser on this side. You ain't get shit here, and you ain't gonna get shit in the kingdom. Nigga.
It says, verse 10, "For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little."
So guess what? Any point we need to prove so that you can't tell us that it's our fucking opinion or what we think or how we breaking it down, we gonna show you 3 or 4 different places where a prophet from an entirely different time frame is saying basically the same fucking thing. So you can't say that it's us. It's the spirit that's coming through us with this knowledge. Read.
It says, "For with stammering lips and another tongue."
So now I'm doing the stammering lip part because I'm mocking your punk ass.
Ray Romano.
Hey, and this is here's the Hebrew word. Yiddish is la'eg, but in actual proper tongue it's la'aig, which is ridicule, belittlement.
Belittlement.
Disparagement.
Put your ass down and call you a punk ass bitch for not knowing your own fucking heritage and probably believe that because you of the lighter complexion of the Latin nation, you better than the dark ones to begin with. You're a bitch and don't even know it. You've been bent over.
Man, you can be black as fuck, bro, and love the white man. All up in his ass.
All up in it.
Well, all the tribes are fucking. Now I don't care if your light is fucking powder in that fucking one movie, all right? Or dark.
I remember that.
Fucking darkest tar, man. If you're a part of the 2/3, you're up the fucking the white man's ass. Esau Edom's ass.
Well, guess what? Since they love so much, hey Lord, like you have the pleasure, love his judgment,
and that you die with him. Then.
Yeah.
Bring it out.
Yeah, die with him. Okay, so that's what you know. We only can deal so long before you go wind up getting mocked and ridiculed for even stepping to us with this dumb shit.
And this dude's last name is Moreno. Okay.
Right.
All right, fucking black. You are black. You don't got no fucking knowledge.
That's absolutely. You absolutely black. You ain't got no fucking knowledge to it.
And that's why the scripture said you don't preach according to these words, man. There's no light in you. So hey, that name fits.
He's black.
He's black, y'all. He's black, y'all. He's black. He's black.
Yeah, let's let the scripture come out.
Isaiah 28 verse 11. "For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people."
So we're going to mark you when you come up here and don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yep.
You're going to wind up being embarrassed. You're going to wind up feeling stupid and whatnot. You're going to realize you don't know shit. And instead of looking at a channel like this where I ain't got shit on it, and one subscriber, which you probably subscribe to your own motherfucking channel, okay, and they got shit on it. Maybe you need to go over there to the man's channel. This got years of this shit and several channels and thousands of motherfucking subscriptions. Or better yet, you know what? Why don't you go get a brother that's only got maybe like 60 people, 50 people, something like that.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah.
Get some milk.
Hey, how about this?
Go get the milk. Go get the milk because, like I said, we'll come up here with some motherfucking meat and see. I pause. but like they used to do the babies back in the day, when a steak was a steak and your mama would chew it up and break it down some and then give it to you. We ain't chewing up shit no more. We ain't chewing it up and trying to break it down for you. If you can't come into this with an open mind and be looking for salvation, because it ain't about us. Go ahead. It ain't about
say, you gotta be as a babe.
a newborn babe, exactly.
And the newborn babe, it has to receive the milk, but as Elder Malcolm always says, these people drown in milk.
They're drowning in the milk.
Basic stuff. The
And he loves it. He loves running the milk. Elder Malcolm loves running the milk.
You got Elder Yakin, all right?
Yeah.
GMS the basics.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Look, these people don't believe that the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites. These people, even this reincarnation is really milk. I mean, it's meat, but at the same time, it's actually milk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know?
Oh.
Basic prophecies like Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Right.
They stumble on this, but as the scriptures say, it's simple to the righteous, it's plain to the holy, and it's stumbling blocks into the wicked. That's in the book of Sirach.
So that's
So
what
you guys are stumbling
Right.
and falling on the most simple things, but that's because the
You're
Lord
the
set
true
it
God
up.
and he don't want your ass.
Yep, that's
Okay,
what it boils
baby
down
mama.
to because it says in the end of days you'll be in your lot, man.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's why I say after 3 ammunition, reject, man, because it's more likely this a wicked person from past life.
Hey, what they say it should be scoffers in the last days.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
No, it says after 1 or 2.
Oh,
ammunition.
1 and 2. My bad.
And
So that's
that,
why
that,
ammunition.
that admonition, it goes into basically, because it's not talking, well, yeah, but it's talking about a certain warning in the world. Like, you're agitated, like, this nigga is like, he's basically asking questions in a heretical mood where they're actually agitating the spirit.
Right.
Because sometimes it could be like certain questions somebody's asking, and then they still need to kind of be persuaded in their mind. It's not the type of thing.
I was that.
Yeah, that happens.
I
No,
was
it's
that.
like this nigga steady coming. It's like, well, what the fuck do you want me to tell you, nigga? Get the
Right.
fuck, like, it's something you gotta understand. It's like 1 or 2 times, like, we even understand how we are. Like,
Yeah.
shit, nigga, get the fuck away from me after that. It's like I said,
Elder Corral, when we was going out to Gary and was teaching across the street from the pizza spot.
Yeah.
Remember how we fucked around, me, you, and we was all out there, but Matt was out there, you was out there, and this motherfucker had been coming for weeks.
Yeah.
And we said, look, don't come out here and try to get this knowledge so you can go back to the fucking church
Yeah.
and then try to be big dog because all of a sudden you got motherfucking breakdowns that can't nobody else touch.
Right.
Okay, see, we done seen it all.
That's what they do too.
That's it. We done seen it all. We done watched all you motherfuckers come up. Vocab alone has actually gotten better before this, but since he's been trying to come at the GMS camp, because at least now he makes a little bit of sense. He still push bullshit,
Of course.
but at least he ain't stumbling over basic shit anymore.
He's
Okay.
getting into the apocrypha now.
Exactly. So yeah. So man, if you scoffers don't want to understand it, that's fine. That's your lot. But understand this. From the lightest weight to the heaviest weight in GMS, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shah, you're going to get mollywopped, and we go dog walk you, and we go talk about you in the process. Okay.
Because even the apostle Elder Tahar said it. Somebody that's in this truth for 6 months, all right, should be on some type of level. All right, and honestly, you should be able to cut all the the basics. You know what I'm saying?
This bullshit.
The color of the Lord.
Right.
All right.
Only for Israel.
Say that again.
Only for
Yeah,
Israel.
exactly. Salvation is only for Israel.
God.
Okay, so on and so forth. You should have these basic scriptures down.
yeah, you should be able to cut the average Christian.
Oh yeah.
Even though the brother Azaria, Captain Lee,
Oh yeah.
although he was in the truth for a
Couple years.
he was in the truth for a little while, but that spirit of hey, he still was wise enough to be able to cut certain things on his former pastor, man. Like, he had, before he had went and translated to the spirit world, he was able to do that, man. And that should be the mindset of the average brother that comes into the truth, especially even on across the line. Even on the cross line, you should be able to, like what is it, the wild book? Like, cause he does lessons, man. that brother, you know, I don't know if he crossed over yet, but you should be able to have that, especially even learning, because although you're not in the camp, some of the brothers on the other side of the line for at least about a year or a couple months, man. You know, you should have the understanding. Shalom. You should have the understanding that what these people are talking about ain't right. You should be able to break down the Hill doctrine. Well, Hill actually means this. This ain't even what you was talking about. Then let's go back into the Old Testament. It says Sha'al, and they didn't. You can see that they clearly didn't practice that. So that's not what's being said in the New Testament. You know, it's certain things that you'll be able to clarify. So if you can get this scripture, it's certain things you should be able to clarify. You know, in these scriptures because you understand, man. And all right, and if they don't get it, you understand this because that's the only way we're gonna be able to make it up out of this. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 34. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy.
Ooh, read that again.
2nd Ezra 14 and 34.
Slow down.
Therefore, if so be that you will subdue your own understanding.
So you got to put your own fucking knowledge of what it is that you think you know away, because you don't know shit when you walk up here.
It's all vanity.
Period. It's all vanity. I was 50 years old, and I was getting sliced and diced like I was getting sliced and diced like Wolverine. I had to go heal to come back. Okay. And this is, but this is what you have to do. You can't be proud and come into this truth.
No, you can't.
It's not gonna fucking match. It's not going to line up. And if you are, sooner or later, your pride is gonna push itself to the top, and it's gonna push your ass right out of this.
Yeah, you've been learning worldly bullshit your whole life. What script say the wisdom this world is foolishness with the Lord.
Yes, absolutely.
So you gotta be let's say born again.
That's
you,
it.
You know.
Yeah, and Nicodemus didn't even understand. He's trying to figure out if he gotta go back in his mama's womb.
Right.
So you can't be a carnal-minded motherfucker.
Right.
And can't understand that when we tell you something, it could be an allegory, it could be a fucking what is that? Allegory and a similitude. Okay? It could, the Lord speaks in many different forms and many different setups and scenarios for that reason. Because Jake is hard-headed and he's got to break it down in different ways because some person might pick it up this way, another person will pick it up that way. And he'll repeat it because you motherfuckers are hard-headed too. Okay? Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 14 and 34. Therefore, if so be that you will subdue your own understanding.
Push yourself down and what you think you learned in this world because it was bullshit. Go ahead.
And reform your heart.
Being born again.
Reform your heart. Get your mind right. You got to get your mind right. Okay? You got to understand that what you learned was bullshit because pursuant to Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. So everything you learned in this fucking system was wickedness personified. Go ahead.
Yeah, your heart is your mind.
That's absolutely
Go
the
back
heart.
to Hebrew
That's right.
law.
Go ahead.
Ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy.
So when you just go up there and stand in front of the judgment seat, maybe Yahweh Shai is going to give you the seal of approval.
And if you change your mindset though, all right, that means you're gonna start offering up spiritual sacrifices. All right.
Start dropping shit that's fucked up that goes against the scripture as you learn it.
You're gonna put the right things to the altar. All right. And then Lord willing, those things that you put, those righteous acts that you have done, you put those things to the altar. The Lord will see, and the Lord will see that and accept it and have mercy on you. Because remember, the Lord's not all about wrath. The Lord is very pitiful, as the scriptures say, full of mercies.
Full of mercy. David said he was full of mercy.
So you got to remember those things. Hey, we just pray. As the prophet Habakkuk said in the Habakkuk 3, I think 1 or 2, I forget where it's at. It says, "In your wrath, remember mercy." We're just hoping when that judgment comes, when that wrath, does hit this earth, that
because it's going to drop.
Yep. We're hoping that we, receive the mercy side of things.
Hopefully, we endure it to the end, because the scriptures also say he's not righteous. Forget your labor of love which you shown unto. So
Right.
we got to continue to serve the Lord to the best of our ability unto the end.
So if that's just getting the whiff of this knowledge, being able to believe it, wrap your mind around it, and not wanting to go against it, that could be enough. Hell, two thieves on the cross, right?
Yeah.
With Yahweh shot. One mocked him, one said that, hey, we deserve what we got, but he didn't deserve this. Yahweh shot representation, and his rep was up on the cross with him. He knew that, hey, how do you feed 5,000 people and not get a rep? Right. 4,000 people at another thing.
Yeah.
You know, you don't think the wine in the scenario worked out? His mama knew he was doing miracles. She told him to do what he tell you to do. So he said, it ain't even my time yet. You know, it is. It's your jump off. It's your jump off point. He's jumping you off right here, right now. So these people that don't want to understand these scriptures, man, and I say bow down, but believe that there are men of the Lord that's on this planet today teaching this the correct way, then if you can't wrap your mind around it, then go around us. Yep. Okay? If you can't wrap your mind around what we saying, then go around us. Go to the folly and the bullshit. Okay? Finish reading.
Verse 35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest.
After death, then we shall live again.
Ooh, seems like that. We're back to where we started, right?
Yep.
So you come back.
But no, we only live once, right? Fuck you guys, man.
Okay.
Well, you
What
know what?
you claiming to be a Christian?
Hey, you know what the beautiful thing is about this?
That's in the Bible, ain't it?
Yeah. The beautiful thing about this is it don't matter if they believe what some do not believe. That don't mean that you're wrong, regardless. No matter how hard you don't want to believe this, at the end of the day, your ass is wrong and the Lord is right.
Right. Go ahead. No.
I have a quick script.
Go ahead, read scripture.
It's Matthew, since we came right back around, you know what I'm saying, full circle, like reincarnation. Matthew's 1:1. The book of the generation of Yahushua.
Oops.
The son of David.
Oh, damn, that's Solomon.
The son of Abraham.
That's Isaac. So that just named two different people, prominent men in the scripture. Both times that it was mentioned there in that case.
That's it.
Okay. When you got the Revelations, he said, I'm the Alpha and the Omega. So we're talking about that brings out Adam, that puts Adam on the spot.
That's the spirit. I was just gonna mention how in Hebrews it talks about what the first Adam and
The
the last Adam.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. It says that in Hebrews.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And Paul wrote
And that shit. It's a lot here, brother. You have to open up a can of worms, bro. That shows you that Apostle Paul's writings line up, man. Because it lines up with Revelation. Fuck you, you fucking bald-headed Greek piece of shit, bro. You with the fucking fitted hats, man.
Fitted
All right.
Michelin nets at New
Oh,
Era.
you talking about those dummies?
Yes.
Yeah, those dummies. Those 2 dummies. Those dummies.
You're all Greek. You motherfuckers are Greek, man. All right. If you can receive it.
He had covered that hairline. That's why he
Oh,
wasn't.
exactly that. Fucking five-head.
Yeah, good.
That's
why he was self Paul's right. Later in Corinthians, a man should not have his head up.
Head covered.
Slocky, listen. Look, you know, some of Paul's writings are on point, but not all of them. The part with the long hair and the part with, you know, you can't have your head covered, you know, while prophesying. That doesn't matter.
That don't matter. I don't show my receding hairline.
When it comes to the tights, that's on point, brother.
Just like the churches, man.
Gotta pay your tights.
Just like the churches, man.
You are.
Just like the churches, the laws are done away with. Stuff will come these damn tights, and you give me money.
Oh, and you women being half naked and sitting in a pew.
Yeah.
Oh boy, man. But these are men of the Lord, right?
Those are, but that's what Moreno,
Fucking Ray
Roro,
Everybody was Raymond.
Romo.
Romo,
Fucking Romo. You
Romo
fucking
the homo.
So, who got a precept?
I got
Of course we do.
I got more.
It's gonna be turned into
Oh,
shit time.
Cause after a while, it becomes that. It's like you don't know nothing. And the only thing we trying to bring out in the scriptures is the fact that we trying to show you what path you got to walk to try to walk into salvation the correct way. What are we trying to teach you? How to walk into salvation.
They don't want it though, Pops. They're pushing their head away. It's like, look, hey, you know, you see somebody drowning, right? You fucking throw them the life vest, you know what I'm saying? Here, you're good. You just gotta grab onto it.
Now,
That's
man,
a
I'm waiting on the
fucking-
Lord. I'm waiting on the Lord, man. I'm waiting on the Lord. Yeah, take it back. Great. He says the helicopter.
Or you get mad. Why the fuck you throw that to me, man?
Right.
I'd rather drown.
Okay.
I'll float by myself.
The Lord will let that happen.
Oh boy.
Or I'd rather fall down that cliff. You trying to keep him falling off the cliff. He'll try. Get the hell away from me. I want to fall down this cliff.
All right.
Great.
Great, man. Great.
Well, I have a precept.
Just bring it out.
Did you have some more?
Nah, I'm cool. Man.
Okay.
Just for Ray Romero and also the other account. All right, Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So, Ray Romero, you in the congregation of the dead, and anyone changing up the doctrine, going outside, coming up another way, you're going right back into the congregation of the dead, man.
Yeah, that dude's in the
Yeah, you eating the vomit, man. You know how a dog throws up
And turns it back on.
and then eats it back. Hey, the eldest dog did that. He threw it right here in front of this road and then ate to throw it right back. That's what it was saying. His dog returned to his own vomit, man.
Yeah.
His own filth. Go ahead, bro.
No, that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, Ramiro was in Thriller
He's in the
music
sunken
video.
place, bro.
Yeah, he in the
Damn.
second play. He in the Thriller music video in the
Oh
background.
shit.
And what's funny,
Yeah,
not to stretch the
Zombie.
slow lesson out any longer, but just the breakdown on dogs when they do that is that they do that because they don't know no better. So, hey, you niggas don't know no better, man. The Lord didn't give
Young
you
dogs.
understanding.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know, you return into bullshit, man. Most of you that know the truth and
You know
go
you're
back to that-
Israelite and go back to that
Yeah.
bullshit.
because that's really what that whole parable breaks down to is that you were on something better, but you return into this bullshit.
Right?
Who the hell just comes out some filth, cleans it, they all clean, then jumps right back into the filth.
A pig.
A pig, yeah.
Man, we all said thanks for understanding.
Yeah.
A pig.
They said up. You got it.
I got back
So
in
what the scripts was about keeping it from the swine.
Yeah. Don't catch your pearls before swine.
They'll trample over
They
it.
trample it.
Oh, and that's what they do because when we tell them something that's better,
They pull the shoulder. Man, I don't want to hear that shit.
and then, but it also says they'll trample it under and then rend you.
Yeah.
So that's when they try to come for us. You know, like, oh, well, you niggas are really wicked. You know, this is why y'all are scorners.
They turn it around. Something that they are, they try to turn it around and point the finger at you, man.
Yeah.
Right. Like I said, anybody got anything else?
Yeah, about reincarnation. John chapter 9, verse 1. And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth.
Oh, yeah, right.
And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Showing you that the judgment comes,
You fulfill it here on earth.
right.
You fulfill the judgment here on earth. So even the disciples knew that you had to come back and deal.
Well, this man's right, yeah, exactly. The disciples, yeah, sure they are.
Because they asked the question.
Right, yeah.
Who sinned? Did this man or did his parents sin that he's being born since birth being blind?
Right, which is a curse.
Which is a curse.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So even they knew it back then, but now you say you're a Christian, but you can't even take something simple like that and wrap your mind around.
Ever learning. learning.
And never come to an understanding.
Yeah, to the knowledge of the truth.
Yeah, Con, you done with that?
Okay.
Yeah, because and we know Yahweh Shai when he's on earth is Yahweh Shai, he never went off, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So this is Hebrews 7:27, who needeth not daily as those high priests to offer up sacrifice, first for his own sins and then for the people's. For he did once when he offered up himself. So if he didn't go off as Yahweh Shai, why did this happen to him? Because he's paying for what he did as Solomon and Adam. We got to say something.
No, I was gonna say, and it compared him unto the priest for that reason.
Yeah.
You know, because the priests when they would offer up a sacrifice, they would offer for themselves and for them. It didn't say anything different when it came to Yahweh Shai. He was the lamb. He sacrificed himself for the whole nation, including himself. Right.
That's right. Right, because there's no remission of sins without the shedding of blood. And that's what Yahweh Shai came to do. That's the whole thing. That's what was indicated between Abraham and Isaac when the Lord told him to sacrifice, and Abraham was ready to do it. Right. And then the Lord did, and then the Lord turned around and did it himself as having Yahweh Shai come down here and be the sacrificial lamb.
And that scripture right there, like the elder was saying, basically, hey, this proves basically reincarnation, man. There's no way you can get around that. The average Christian already knows that the Lord never sinned as Yahweh Shai, man.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, so
no, make your point, bro.
No, basically, it's like it just said, die for his sin first, then the people's.
So whose sin was it? Exactly. Whose sin was it? If he didn't sin as Yahweh Shai, whose sin was it? It was his sin. It was his sin of prior lifetimes. The one with Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it when it comes to it was mentioned in second Samuel or first Samuel 7:14.
Second.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That he be beaten with stripes of men, man.
Yeah. Hey, here's another one. This Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds. It's talking about Yahweh Shai.
This is gonna be the last one,
which is them chariots, man.
Right.
So it says, every eye shall see him.
Yep.
They also which pierced him. So is it 200 plus men who pierced him, walking the earth? No.
2,000.
2,000. I mean,
not 200 years. 2,000 year old man walking around the earth.
It's slip of the speech, Pops.
I know. I know.
But is it 2,000-year-old men walking the earth? No, man. This, the one who pierced him is back on earth today. He came back in the reincarnation. And what's the guy's name that say he felt like he
General Pat. Yeah,
General Pat. Yeah,
General Pat. So
yeah,
I did sit down on that whole thing after the apostle had put his up and whatnot.
God. So it says they also would pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so.
So all you people that don't understand these scriptures and don't want to get it, don't worry about it. If you can't get it, it's going to get you. Okay? They're going to get you. Because if you know how to understand these scriptures and the knowledge and the blessing of faith to be able to avoid it, then these scriptures and all this ramifications and all this doom and gloom that's been written in this book, which is going to delight Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai to fulfill it, it's going to come to you. You ain't got to worry about it. It's going to come to you. Because it says his word is not going to come back void. Mm-hmm. And that's it. So since he says billions of people are going to die, billions of people going to die.
He just used Esau to do it, man.
That's it. Burn, baby, burn.
Because you gotta understand. You talking about Esau coming up? This is Esau plan? No, it's really the Lord's plan. He used Esau to do it, man.
Right. That's it. Anybody else got anything?
No.
All right, then. So hey, who's filling us out?
Hey, well, with that, man, understand that Christianity is out the door, man. It does not provide mercy. This as much as they want to paint this whole lollipop candy cane thing and try to make it seem like the Lord is coming back with that.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. And also within the presence of their doctrine, they paint BS because the Most High is not somebody that's gonna burn your ass for 1,000 years, not 1,000 years. They believe for eternity. That's far fucking worse.
That
man.
means he's not merciful.
Exactly. So they take away the mercy out of that, as well as not understanding that these guys that we didn't get into that, but that's another argument that was on the comment board is that Esau came from the Caucasus Mountains, which is not true. Not in all of them even went into the Caucasus Mountains. They came from Seir, and then they were forced later in, and that's what Job was talking about. They were forced in there later on, thousands of years after the time of Job.
Hey,
But Lord willing, we do a lesson on that, or a brother, from here does a lesson on that.
yeah, like you said, Yahweh Shai coming back with lollipops. You just said like something like that.
Yeah,
Lollipop. That's another way of trying to escape judgment.
Yeah,
I
that's
believe in
Esau.
that
That's
bullshit.
Esau. I can't blame him. I wouldn't want to be Esau either.
Mhm.
But with that, we send our praises, honor, and glory out to
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
Kwam
Yahshua.
Okay, somebody let Dave out.